Connor, let's hear from David Tennant now.
It was absolutely brilliant.
That's wonderful. I'm so glad.
Yeah. And it was all filmed by all the various Doctor Who confidential style people, so you'll see all that. But it was very exciting for us, for them to visit us.
Okay, so did DT slip up there?
This emerged on Twitter. I think Chloe Cosmic Angst is who shared it, I believe, originally. But we're currently watching it through Doctor Who Tube on YouTube, just to give a bit of credit out there. David Tennant apparently reveals that there's Doctor Who Confidential. As Doctor Who fans, Connor, we look for everything. You know, we're always trying to find what means what means what. There's always behind-the-scenes cameras filming stuff here, and I'm not discrediting this whole theory that's gone out, and I'm not saying that Doctor Who Confidential is not back, because I think it probably is. But before everyone gets their hopes up, I think there's a chance here that David Tennant was simply saying, oh, the behind-the-scenes guys were filming, so it's all been captured on that.
Right.
There's always behind-the-scenes footage for like bonus features on Blu-rays and things like that. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's referring to confidential here. Do you think Confidential's back?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah?
Yeah, sorry, Aiden.
No, I do agree. Yeah. I'm not
100%.
I'm not getting my hopes up too much just yet.
I think Russell coming back is an absolute guarantee that it's coming back, because, you know, it was such a huge part of... I mean, I remember like finishing watching episodes and like back in the UK on like BBC One, and like just watching Confidential was just such a treat, you know.
Goat, man.
And I think that's such a huge part of his era and such an inspiration to all of us that... And look, you know what? Russell's a showman, okay? And we're showmen. We like showing off, you know? We've got this big production now. Of course we're going to be filming it, you know? Like, we're going to be filming it, all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Like, it's something funner than, like, filming something that's, like, secret, that eventually when the episode airs, you can, like, air it to the world. It's like, oh, but when we were filming this, like, this was, like, top secret shit. Like, this could not be revealed. I think definitely they've been filming like stuff behind the scenes of the 60th and stuff. 100%.
There was a rumor a long time ago about a spin-off show called Doctor Who Unleashed.
That's right. We did a clip on it, I think. Yeah.
That was basically the revamped version of Doctor Who Confidential. I think that's true. That is actually where I sit with it. I know I was being apprehensive to start off with, but that's just me being like
devil's advocate.
Devil's advocate. Yeah. But I do reckon Doctor Who Unleashed is real. It's one of those things where just the way that the rumor came out, the timing that it came out, the way it was written, the amount of information that we got made me think it was real.
Particularly now with like the whole streaming idea, I think it could be like a really cute thing to have its own like little column, you know? It's like, oh, after the episode, like, and it encourages people to... I know they do this like dumb thing on like Marvel where they're like, you know, it's like Avengers something, like, you know, it's like, oh, now, but they release it like months after the movies come out. Like they go and break it down and stuff. That's fine. But to have it releasing straight after the episode, I think it's like a gorgeous little bit on the end.
Well, you're right. You're right about that Marvel analogy. I assume it's similar. I've not seen any of the Marvel ones, but I know with Star Wars they do like...
That's right.
There's always like an hour-long documentary that comes out like a couple of months after the season ends. Yeah. That goes behind the scenes, and it's like I'm kind of okay with that. I'd like it not to be a month after, but if it was like you just get one big one at the end of the 3 specials, I'd be okay with that. I think that would be cool. Because obviously Disney Plus is keen and on board with these behind-the-scene things. Obviously they do well because they make so many of them. So I think that it's a no-brainer that they'd be keen to fund a...
So what, do you think that would be similar with like, say, season 14 where we'll get like an hour behind the scenes thing, or we're going to get one week by week?
Being optimistic, and I think we probably can be optimistic with this, I think we'll get it weekly, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they went for that 1 hour at the end of the entire series approach, which is far better than what we've got recently. So I'm still on board with that. More Doctor Who's always good Doctor Who, but if we can get it weekly, even if it's just like 15 minutes weekly, I'd love that.
I pray like every day that, you know, Russell is gone into this agreement with Disney Plus with set rules with such things like that, because I do worry a little bit with that kind of thing. Because, like, you know, I prefer like one after every episode 100%, but like I don't want Disney to get their fingers in like, this is what
Sticky
we want,
fingers, their little Mickey Mouse gloves.
Can we trust Disney? He's in this renovation show with Jeremy Renner. Worst thing ever, okay? And it's like, this is the worst idea for a TV show I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, if you do that and you don't give us Confidential once a week, I've lost hope in humanity.
Hope out the window.
But, you know, like, I think hopefully we're going to get that. I just... you know, Russell's the kind of person that would push for that kind of thing. I just really hope that this is the kind of deal where he set down these ideas before he agreed to selling it to them.
Yeah.
Rather than them be like, okay, now you sold it to us. You want to do that? We don't really like that. Let's do it as like an hour thing at the end of the season. I don't want that. Like, I want Confidential back.
Speaking of Doctor Who Confidential being a possible spin-off, and I'm not saying that this next article is all about spin-offs, but a bit of news that has popped up lately. I'm reading this article from Blog to Who, so a Doctor Who site. The synopsis for this Friday's episode of Blue Peter has revealed that fans should expect some exciting news about the upcoming series of Doctor Who. Listing magazines and website, blah, 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 blah. What they say in the website is, we're building up to an exciting Doctor Who announcement. Superstar chef Jamie Oliver helps plant the Blue Peter vegetable patch and find out what happened when our awesome Orbit competition winner went behind the scenes at a UK rocket launch.
Right.
So, yeah, essentially they're building up to a great big Doctor Who announcement. I think I read that there's some, like, behind-the-scenes Doctor Who-y, like how they made some monsters or something. I can't remember exactly what I read, so don't take that with a grain of salt, but there's some, like, behind-the-scenes Doctor Who, not seeing new stuff, but looking at maybe how they made some prosthetics in the back or in the past or something.
And now, so let's spitball what it could be.
Well,
I think nothing. I mean, after Red Nose Day's massive misfire, I mean, maybe it's Lenny Henry regenerating fucking back in the day with Tennant, you know. We need something, man.
Well, I think, and I think this ties in well here with what we were talking about before. There's a chance that this could be about a spin-off.
Yep.
But Blue Peter, kid shows, talking about crafting, doing that kind of thing. Perhaps this is the time to announce Doctor Who Unleashed or Doctor Who Confidential.
Right.
Maybe that could be the little announcement, and they're like, okay, now let's have a look at some prosthetics that we did behind the scenes on the 60th anniversary or something.
Okay, that's cute.
Maybe. I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, no, I think that could be a good thing. I don't know. I thought maybe it could be like a spin-off announcement, or I don't know. I feel like, what could they do really? After Red Nose Day left me fucking. You could have called it Blue Balls Day, in my opinion.
That's a rare gem from Connor Hannum, everybody.
Shut up. Yeah, nah, man. I wasn't expecting much, but I was like, Christ on a bite, like, that's it.
Wasn't expecting that.
Blah. I can't talk, you're making me laugh.